Hey there, just a simple video, so put it in the background if you want to. Um, Here's the reason why I'm laughing and celebrating the Republicans' failure to pass the American Health Care Act. It's not just because I dislike Trump. I mean, that's not the issue at all. I'll be, Here's the thing. Obamacare, or the Affordable Care Act, uh, is 7 years old. It celebrated its 7th birthday, which means that for 7 years, the Republicans had complained about it over and over and over again. They said it's going to be a disaster, or it's too expensive, or it's not fair, or it's against business, or hurts the free market, or whatever. And some Republicans want it totally repealed and going back to the way things used to be. Some folks want it repealed and then eventually replaced once we find it's out better. Then some people want it repealed and with an immediate replacement. Some like a few pieces of the Obamacare, like, okay, well, it's not completely terrible, let's keep a few things. And some are like, nah, it's just gotta be super shit. Whatever the case is, for 7 years, they have been trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. They like try to hold a vote against it like 60 times, like over 60 times. They try to destroy the Affordable Health Care Act over the course of 7 years. So now, after all this time of complaining and going up and down in the campaign, like, hey, we're going to get rid of it, we're going to get rid of it, we're going to get rid of it, and they get into power. They get the power of the Congress, they get the power of the presidency, and, well, pretty much they're going to eventually get the power of the judiciary. So it's all in their home court advantage. I mean, it's all them. So all they got to do is just make it, and it should be a relatively slam dunk. And yet they failed. And it's like, you had all the time in the 7 years to think of a great plan, and you certainly had time within this administration to do it. I mean, it's been less than 100 days, so there's plenty of time to figure out a great healthcare plan and do the process correctly and figure out some type of consensus on how to repeal and replace, or just plain repeal and maybe one day replace. Whatever the case was, it was, all the tools were there, and yet they failed to do it and didn't even get a vote on it. And now they're going to move on. And I just find that just in concept hilarious, how someone would complain, I want to turn, I want to turn, I want to do this, I want to do this, and then you find like, okay, here, do it. And they just fall flat on their faces. So that's part of it why I'm laughing and celebrating. The other thing is how they're, at least Trump and some other of his spokespeople are trying to spin this so that it's on the Democrats when the Affordable Care Act fails. Now, they've been saying for years it's going to fail. It hasn't completely failed yet, but I do know there's problems. But you're trying to say, like, well, when this all fails, and it's all on the Democrats. It's all on them. We're moving on. It's all on the Democrats now. And when this blows up, maybe the Democrats will finally come to us and work out a great plan. It's like, no, it's on you. The Democratic Party, they acknowledge that the plan isn't perfect, but it's their plan. And you guys, the Republican Party, are in power with all the tools. You don't need any Democratic votes whatsoever. That's the funny thing. They don't need the Democratic vote at all. It was all theirs for the taking, however they wanted to take it, and they wind up not doing it. And that's why it's like, no, it's not on the Democratic Party. It's on the Republican Party. If the Affordable Care Act becomes a tremendous disaster, that's on the Republican Party. And I'll explain that in a moment, but I want to issue one more thing, and that's, this should have been a slam dunk. This needed to be a slam dunk. This needed to be, for the Republican Party, and definitely for President Trump, a clear-cut, straight-up, smooth victory. I mean, think about it. The travel ban, didn't go well. The second travel ban didn't go well. The Mexican border wall is not going to get paid by Mexico. Oh, well, it's going to get reimbursed by Mexico, or we're going to do such a tax measure, whatever it is. It's iffy right now at best. And then there's all the Russian investigations and Trump's tweeting, and it's like, this should have been the crown jewel. Okay, we got WrestleMania coming up. Now, some WrestleManias are great as far as a full card. Some WrestleManias are terrible. But overall, if the main events are solid shows, are solid matches, then that pretty much forgives the rest of the card. So, okay, maybe the Intercontinental Championship match didn't go too well. Maybe the women's match didn't go too well. But, if the WWE Championship goes well, or the signature match goes well, like, Cena versus The Rock, or Hogan versus The Rock, if those big tier matches, even Donald Trump and Vince McMahon, hair versus hair, if that goes well, everything else will fall into place. Whatever the Undertaker does, if that Undertaker match goes well, then the overall event of WrestleMania is a success. So this thing right here, there's many factions within politics, but one thing was clear: the Republicans wanted to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Republican supporters wanted to get rid of Affordable Care Act. They had the power to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, and they didn't do it. And it's just another stumbling block amongst many stumbling blocks. And it's just like, I thought you knew what you do. I thought you knew the best people. I thought you'd want to replace this with something spectacular, stupendous, tremendous, bigly, or whatever adjective that he likes to use at any given moment. So now getting back to why this is on the Republicans, when this all becomes a super disaster, or it implodes or explodes or whatever, think about a case of dynamite. Well, let's say like there's 100 sticks of dynamite somewhere with an extremely long fuse, and there's a guy who decides, I want to light the fuse. I want to have this burn and go through. And other people are like, no. There's dynamite at the end. It's going to be terrible. It's going to destroy so much. It's going to destroy some of the, you can't light that thing. Ho, I'm lighting this. No, you got to stop. You can't do it. I'm lighting it. Here it goes. Now, this fuse is several years old. It's like, I don't know what, 10 years old, I guess, or whatever, So it's several years old. And the guys and gals who are saying, no, it's going to be terrible, it's going to be terrible. And they want to stop it. They want to stop it, but they don't have the power to stop it. But after 7 years of saying, no, it's going to be terrible, it's going to be a disaster, it's going to blow everything up, they get into power. Oh, hey, fine. All right. And someone grabs their fire extinguisher. Okay, all right, we're going to put this fuse out. And wait, no. Another person who was making a complaint, like, no. Don't use that fire extinguisher. That's foam fire extinguisher. I want you to use this water fire extinguisher. You have to use this water fire extinguisher to pull it out. Don't put that foam out. And then another faction comes in and says, no. Use CO2. Use this CO2 fire extinguisher to put it out. I want the CO2 fire extinguisher. Then another person comes in, no. Don't use any fire extinguisher. Just throw dirt on it. Just stamp it out. Just stamp it out. And don't use our resources for the fire extinguisher. Don't use any of it. Just stamp it out. And then another faction is coming and say, hey, guys, I know it's going to explode, but there is some benefits to a small explosion. If we take out, let's say, 80, 85 of those sticks and just leave 20 or 15 sticks, it could lead to a decent explosion. And I do know some people that sort of want to see that explosion. Let's just take a large chunk of that, but there's still just enough for a reduced explosion. And so, there's all these factions who can't decide how they're going to put out the fire, put out the fuse, and ultimately say, you know what, forget it. Everybody go home. Everyone return to their corners. Everyone go to their exits. It's like, okay, that's it. We can't figure out what to do, so just screw it. But hey, when this thing blows up, it's on that guy. That guy that fused that the fuse. It's on that guy. No, it's not on that guy. It's on you. You're the ones with the tools. You're the ones with the authority. You're the ones with the opportunity. Okay? You've been complaining this whole time, and now you have the opportunity to do this number one thing on your agenda is stopping this explosion, and you fail. That's not on the person that lit the fuse when it blows up. That's on the people who failed to stop the fuse when they had plenty of time, and who know that there's still time to stop the fuse. Like, no, we're just gonna wash our hands of it and do what the thing it is. It's on that person that lit the fuse. Like, no, it's on you. You have the opportunity to stop it, and you fail to stop it because of miscommunication and misdirection, and different people wanted to do different things with the situation. That's on you. So yeah, maybe when the fuse reaches the dynamite, it does become a giant explosion that ruins a lot of things, and is absolutely terrible. But that's on the people who could have stopped it. Yeah, it's bad that this fuse led to this horrible explosion, but when you have the power to stop it and you fail to stop it because of your own short-sightedness and incompetence, that's on you now, and not the guy that lit the fuse. Okay? So that's my quick thoughts of why I'm laughing about this. You know, it's another failure or stumbling block in this administration that says, oh, they know what they're going to do. It's people trying to do the blame game politics of saying, oh, yeah, even though we had all the power and the opportunity and the means, don't worry, it's going to be up to me. They're their fault. You know, that's why I'm just laughing about this and saying about this. Here's more nonsense. It's been less than 100 days, and they couldn't even pull off one of their signature matches, signature moments in this administration. And if I don't laugh, I'll just start pulling my hair out. So those are my thoughts. Thank you very much for listening. I greatly appreciate it. Feel free to share this video if you want. All right, see you around.